is going to be my spirituality. Using alchemy has made me a much happier person. So I always emphasize the importance of controlling your emotions. And this starts from controlling your thoughts. So this was one of the first things that I got into when I started practicing, I guess, magic or involving myself, indulging in spirituality. It really started with angel numbers. I remember I would just see 1 1 all the time, 2 2 2, and I took it as a sign. I was like, the angels are talking to me or whatever. Um, then I started learning about the subconscious mind and how impressionable our thoughts are, and the things that we say and what we do and who we hang around and what we hear, how much that can affect the subconscious mind. But let's fast forward to now. And actually, it wasn't just recently I started really practicing magic and spell work. It was last year. And it was when I had my own place. I had my own place, and I said just still wasn't happy. I was a bit miserable, not gonna lie, and I was choosing to be around people that, especially men, that like didn't benefit me. So I look back on what I was manifesting and the rituals that I was doing, and I'm like, whoa, those really worked, and I'm so grateful that I started taking it serious last year because of where I'm at right now. I'm much happier. I used to be so miserable. I would be in my emotions every day, feels every day. It was just too much. I started to feel like I was going crazy, and I probably was. So it wasn't just a shift in the physical realm, it's definitely a shift in my mental state. And I'm still here now. Obviously, I'm still working on my mental state. Someone commented, read the Bible. This lifestyle leads you to your demise. Okay, so people forget that the Bible is a book that can be interpreted in many ways. I see the Bible as an instruction manual, and there is a lot of the truth in there, but people take it serious. They actually believe that Jesus turned water into wine. Um, they believe that a son was really going to be killed. When they were gonna offer the baby. I forgot the story, but and this leads me to another thing. I grew up Catholic. I was forced to go to church since I was young until I was 18. I had to be going to church. If not, I would hear it. So I would just go to church. As a form of rebellion, I would wear the same dress every single time, the same shoes. I think I had switched up the shoes because I wore them out. Um, but you know what? I'm grateful that, and actually, I had went to a Roman Catholic church too. So I had went to a modern church, and this is why I know so much about the Bible, and I have different perspectives on religion because I also experienced different religions. I've I've been around um, Mormons, Jehovah's Witness, Christians, and Catholics, Roman traditional Catholics as well. So when you go to a Roman traditional Catholic church, it's about the same setup, but there are more traditional objects. So like there's the candles, there's the altar, the sacristy is much more embellished with it's like gold plated, right? The sacristy, gold plated. When you walk into a church, there's usually water in the center of the church, right? We know water has a lot to do with finances. Okay. So I'm grateful that I had grew up in the Catholic Church. Maybe not so much that I was forced into going and reading and learning about things, but now since I already have the Bible stories in my mind and I already know what they are, I decipher them differently. I also wear these crucifixes, but this is mm, more so because I'm Mexican. It's the style. I don't, I would not be worshiping a man on a cross. That's another thing I grew up thinking. I was, well, why are we just worshiping a man? Like, y'all did not get here through a man. But, anyways, so last year I was practicing magic, maybe not for the right reasons, but I just knew I needed a lifestyle change. I needed change and I didn't know where else to turn to. And people are so quick to say, turn to God, turn to Jesus. But when you have a higher level of consciousness, you know that that's who you are. No, I can't. You know when Draco said, I'm tired of leaving it up to Jesus? That's exactly how I feel. He said, being humble gets you nowhere. He says, forget being humble. Yeah. I just took matters into my own hands and I'm just so grateful with where I'm at now. I know it's like the physical, I see it and I'm like, okay, things can be changed. But there's so much underneath that you don't see that is happening. It's like when you order something online and you know that your order is going to get here, you're not going to be checking on your order every day unless you're like that. Like sometimes I would do that, but you know that it's going to get here and you're not even thinking about, okay, someone's going to have to, this person's going to take it to station A, and at station A they're going to wrap it, and at station B they're going to put it in a box, and at station C they're going to take it to the UPS. You don't see all that, and that's not your job to worry about that. So that's essentially what I did. um I would do the rituals and I would do some rituals. I did a ritual to attract somebody back. I had did that like a year before that person had come back. And those rituals, I would never do those again. And I'm just so grateful because this mindset, I'm telling you guys, I had this mindset where I would be worried about attracting a man back. I would be worrying about a specific object that I need to attract. And I would be affirming and manifesting using words that would have you going in circles. Instead of being like, "Oh, I'm going to manifest $3,000." You're going to get those $3,000 and what are you going to do with it? You're going to spend it. You're not going to flip it. No, I'm manifesting creative ideas. I'm manifesting appreciation for the abundance around me. I'm manifesting gratitude. I'm implementing gratitude. That way you can attract more. Right? And then it'll be easier for you to attract more things, manifest more things, because you are in a state of abundance and gratitude. Okay. So the mindset changed. I started in when this I started with the twin flames. That's how I has got into spirituality. And just so deep into spirituality, I just understand that I don't need to do the whole rituals. I don't need to go out and get all the herbs and everything. I understand that that would just be a physical representation of my manifestation. But obviously herbs and fruit and grains, they carry frequency, right? So when you use those, you are building up energy. But I would never go as far as trying to manifest someone into my life, like someone back into my life. And that tells me that my magic had worked. And I'm just so grateful with where I'm at, even though I feel like I have been better off before, but I was miserable. I couldn't appreciate anything. So this is just to say that you can manifest something like a physical object, and you won't even realize how much your mental has changed, your mindset. And it's like, oh my god, where is this object? Well, first you have to get in the right mental and the mindset to have it, because if you get it, who knows what you'll do with it. It might not even be worth it, and you're just wasting your time. So um yeah, and I have done spell work for other people. The results were amazing. But I would, you know, if you're thinking about manifesting a specific person, look, I've been there, done that. It was a while ago. Would I ever do that again? No, because I'm not worried about that. Like, that's the last thing on my mind right now. You know, being involved with someone. I know I make videos about going out with men and they spend on you and they appreciate you. Yes, I still do that. I still get appreciated. I get my gifts. I get my offerings. I'm a witch at the end of the day. I'm gonna get what I want. But I haven't been in this mindset where I can't keep doing this. You know, I have to make something work for myself. And I had never been in this mindset before. And I think that's what was making me feel so crazy and so low, and that's why my emotions were everywhere, because I didn't know where else to put it. But I just kept up with my spirituality, and I knew that there was something else for me. I'm been reading a book on alchemy. I want to get into numerology, and I have been decoding. You know, I watch movies and I can decode. The first movies that I watched, well, yeah, they were probably like The Little Mermaid and stuff like that, and like that toaster movie. That's what I remember. But my dad didn't let me watch Hannah Montana, even though I still got to watch it. I still found a way to watch it, and you know, like Cartoon Network and things like that. But what I was able to watch was The Matrix. I didn't I did not need to be thinking that deep when I was that young, but I was, you know, maybe that's why I am the way I am now. And I'm grateful for it. Another thing would be the Truman Show. Again, like that's what I also, anyways, the Truman Show. Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So I grew up watching these things that either involved magic, either involved literally like the Matrix, like reality and bending your reality, literally. So maybe that would have had something to do with my mindset. But this is just a note for people that are constantly told to turn to God. And let's say you have trauma with religion, and maybe it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to go to church and get on your knees and worship a man. I get it. You don't have to do that. Sit and talk to yourself. Start asking yourself, wait, who is really in control of my reality? Who am I praying to? And where is he at? How far are how far is this God, whoever that God is, from me? What separates you two? When embers are flying around the fireplace, that's still a piece of fire. It's still a part of the fire. If it lands somewhere, it can catch on fire. And tell me that wouldn't make another one of those fires that's right there in the fire pit. It's like an ember saying, I'm not fired. I'm not fired. I'm just a part of the fire. No, you are fired. So you got to really think about it. The Bible, you know, Jerusalem means mother in the Bible. Um, I actually also went to a church where they studied the mother of God, and I'm very open minded. Even though I know the answer, I know the truth. We know the truth, right? But I still went because I can always learn some new things. And they actually were decoding the Bible. Like they were decoding it, but I'm like, you guys are so close. Like you guys are so close. And then they just they just go ahead and give the energy away to somebody up in the sky. So I wanted to tell you guys this epiphany I had. So I was praying, you know, before I do my rituals, I'll do my little protection prayers. And I said, Hail Mary, Mother of God. No, I said, Our Mother who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. My kingdom come, my will be done on earth as it is in heaven. When I say those words, I feel like I'm literally pulling my heaven, which is my higher self, and where it stays to my physical. It feels like a timeline jump, literally. So for the people that don't want to go to church and pray to a man, let me help you ease the shift into honoring woman and your divine feminine. Our Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. My kingdom come, my will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give me this day my daily abundance. And I say, and forget those who trespass against me. Lead me not into misery, but into abundance and happiness. Point blank, period. There you go. There's a new prayer. By me. Written by me. But yeah. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching my videos and my lives. I'm going to go ahead and do another live right now. But I wanted to just let you... Oh, wait, let me tell you guys one more thing, okay? So, I don't think I mentioned this in my last video, but when you have crystals and people don't believe me, actually I haven't told anybody. Let me stop. Sometimes I'll be getting ahead of myself. I don't know why that just came out. But it's because it's so rare, like I don't think people would even believe me, but energy is all around you, right? I know people believe that. I will charge a crystal like this, or I'll charge a bit larger crystal. I did this on Halloween, either on the moon or in the sun. And then I'm low on energy and I grab a crystal and I hold it. And I literally envision the energy coming out of the crystal into my palm and into my body. And then I like shake or like I feel like I glitch. You know when people getting the chills, there you go, I get the chills. But my body moves. I literally feel like I'm getting mini electrocuted. And I do this all the time. And I started doing this instead of drinking coffee. I don't know, something tells me like coffee shouldn't be consumed so much, but I still have to study and I still have to read because I'm not sure yet, but something just tells me, my intuition tells me. But so do that. Start doing that. And then also when you're on the freeway and you know that you're probably going over a burial site, because there's so many indigenous burial sites that it just got cemented over, literally. So when you're on the freeway, you're going over that energy. So many people are going over that energy. It's just causing traction, friction. Absorb that when you're on that freeway. Absorb the energy. You can even take energy from other people. When I'm at the gym, and I need to finish the set, and this person next to me has all the energy, I take it. I take some of it if I need it. But this is because I'm tired of being someone whose energy gets depleted. I was tired of being an empath. Energy theft, wow. Hi, welcome in. I went to war with a scorned woman. She tried to destroy me with magic. She was kicking my until I picked up my Bible and got to know the word. She ended up going crazy and moving states. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. If that woman really knew magic, or really knew who she was, she would not waste her time trying to destroy a man with magic. I would never put my energy into destroying a man with magic. Maybe a year or two ago, not a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I would have. He ended up coming back into my life because I ended up manifesting, did a ritual for that. But I would never do that to that man. I would never do anything to put him in harm's way because I don't care enough. I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got other things I've got to do first before I even start thinking about a man and what I can do for him. I would never think about that. Never do something like that. So that woman must have already been crazy because she's trying to change a man with magic. No, you're supposed to use magic for you. Get yourself right first. You can't be over here trying to do magic for other people. There goes your energy literally being stolen. Not purposely. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I've been good, thank you. The business is going good. I went out yesterday to Pasadena too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and make another video. Go live again. Bye.